Hey everybody, welcome to Riverbend Springs. Grandpa has just decided to retire, so I sold everything that I own to move out here and take over the family farm. Grandpa was gracious enough to give me a portion of what he made auctioning off his cattle and most of his equipment, with the exception of the combine harvester and the seeder. So I have just a little over $565,000 to get this farm back up and going and profitable. We're going to get started by purchasing some equipment to replace what he had auctioned off. I think I'm going to go with Massey Ferguson to start with. I like my Michelin tires. Front wheel fenders, peak and light. Let's give ourselves a little bit of window tint. Don't want to mess with the colors or anything. 97,000, and it's burned through quick. So now I need, let's go with a plow, because I don't really want to deal with weeds. I think my tractor can deal with 170, okay. So that'll work. And probably should get something to fertilize with. I'm partial to the Cumberland. Okay, we already have the harvester. I know there's some wheat already in the field, so don't know if I want to bale it or forage it. Let's forage it for right now. Get them Michelin tires on there. Don't need any silage additive. Okay. So that'll do for our equipment for right now. Well, I might need a wagon. Let's go with Massey wagon will work. Keep those VKTs up the capacity a little bit. Don't want to mess with the colors for that either. Alright. So, we just spent a good amount of money. Nothing really good on sale. Well, that 40 series. It's just a 4040 though. Yeah, it's not going to do much for me. Okay. So let's tab over. Ooh, I know what I want. I forgot that one of the mods that I have installed is this Tree Be Gone. And my tractor's not powerful enough to run the original, so I gotta use the one that'll connect to a front loader. So, remove shrubs, yes. This one I am gonna change the color up on, because that is a nasty green. And let's go with Messy Red. There we go. Oops, now I need a front loader to attach to my Massey. There we go. Which design do I like? I think the old school one will work. Guide pole, hydraulic connector, loader lights. Yep, that works. Okay. Alright. So let's get this stuff about over to the farm and we can get started doing some actual farming. First mistake of the day, forgot to add the loader attacher to the tractor. So we'll go over here to the repair shop, hop out, and add the front loader attacher to the tractor. 1,500 bucks. Okay, not too bad. Okay, we got some of our equipment over here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the trailer here for a minute while we go ahead and drop the plow. Oops. And I don't need this right now, so I'm just going to stick it right here. Go back and make another run. Just about to pull in with the last of our equipment. And then we can get to actually doing something today. Alright, let's drop the forage wagon off right here. And fertilizer will stick over by the tree. Alright. So the next thing we're going to be doing is harvesting what's left of the crops in the field. So grab my wagon. Get that ready while we go over to our harvester. Started on our wheat field. Make sure that we can drop some straw. Get the GPS going here. First couple of rows, and then let the AI worker finish it up. Just getting ready to finish up the second hedgerow. The reason I like doing the hedgerows myself is the AI worker just tends to make a mess of it. So what I'll do now that we're getting to the just up and downs, go ahead and get the AI worker going, and he can finish doing what I started. Where's he going? Where are you going, dude? Oh. Apparently I missed a spot. I literally just got done telling you that the AI worker makes a mess of these fields and stuff, and here I am missing spots, and the AI worker has to go back and clean it up for me. Well, we'll just let the AI worker do his thing here, and I'll find something else to do. I guess I'm going to have to bring the wagon over here in a minute so that I can unload him while he's moving. Get the wagon over there so I can get him unloaded. on to the next field. Oh, don't hit me! Ah, he hit me. So we'll pay attention to what the AI worker's doing while we go ahead and do something else. There's a lot of trees out here that are kind of pain in the butt where they're located. So I'm grabbing our front loader with our tree be gone. We're going to do some tree trimming while he's out doing his thing. First tree on my list is this one here. Get gone. Sometimes with this tree be gone, it breaks up the tree into tiny little pieces, and you got to go around and try to find all the pieces. That out of there. And I think that's it for this side. On the other side, there's a couple of trees right next to the dirt road I want to get rid of. This one here. That out of there. Oop, caught the fence. Then over on this side, for whatever reason, we've got a little area here where Grandpa's building a shed. I don't think we're going to be completing that shed for Grandpa. I think it's going to cost too much to get done. Take out those trees. Maybe take out this tree. Come out. There we go. Got rid of all that. You know what? While we're here, let's go ahead and get rid of this. Yeah, I don't need that shed. And bees. Yeah, I don't really want the bees. Get rid of all these beehives. This little silo is not helping anything. Okay. That's it for the tree be gone for right now, so we just go ahead and put this away. Stick it right here. That works for me. I think the combine harvester is going to be okay without needing to be unloaded again before he's done, so I'm going to go ahead and get started plowing our field down here on the other side of the road. Oh, took the turn way too fast. Now, when it comes to doing plowing or seeding, the AI worker actually does better than I can ever do. I always tend to mess this up, so I have no problem letting the AI worker get this part done. Just make sure he gets started. So I've got stones, field stones turned off. I also have crop destruction turned off and lime turned off. So the only thing I really have to worry about with the fields is weeds and damage from weather. You know, I figure that way give myself a little bit of an advantage when I'm going through, maybe save me a little bit of money. That's a nice looking tractor. And I love the fact that while they're plowing, you can see all the springs moving and everything on the shanks. Where are you going? Oh, okay. Didn't start at the beginning, I guess. Yeah, look at the springs move. That is pretty cool. This Massey Ferguson is a mod, but it looks amazing on the inside. Sound is awesome. Got your little buddy seat there. Yeah, I really like that tractor. Combine harvester is almost done with this field. AI worker has done his job. Alright, so now go ahead and get him unloaded. Put my pipe out. Put into the trailer here. Hopefully he doesn't have more than what the trailer will hold. It's gonna be close. Yep, just 400. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so we'll take our combine all the way over to the silo. Get it unloaded there. $400 and some liters. Ridiculous. And we'll go over to the last field that we've got to harvest, which is our canola field. Go ahead and get this started. With the canola field, we can't get any straw off of it, so we're just going to have to deal spreading it out. I decided to just finish up the canola field myself while the AI worker was working on plowing. Don't have a wagon to put this into, so I guess I can go right over to the silo, put this canola away. Right about now, we need to start thinking about what we're gonna do to make money around here. Are we just gonna rotate crops and sell those off for money once a year, or are we gonna try to do a production to make some money year round? We're all done with this for today. Put it away. let's go see what our other AI worker is doing. Wow, made pretty good progress. That plow's not very big. So, doing some good work over there. So now we need to start deciding what we want to do. Still got some straw to pick up, but I think what I'm going to do, first of all, is plow these three fields together so that we have one big field. And then we have this field off to the side. But what are we going to plant? And what are we going to do? I've got enough money to where I can afford a production. I've already got canola, I've already got wheat. I don't think I'm going to do cattle right away, so let's go ahead and sell this for a little extra money. 7,500 bucks, okay. Whatever. And I don't think I'm going to do anything that requires water, so I can get rid of this water tank. You know, let's clean up the farm just a little bit. Go around, get rid of stuff that we don't need. This little farmer's kiosk, we don't need that. We already cleaned up all the beehives and everything. Got this little shed over here that's not good for anything. I think that's it. Oh, yeah, I got this other shed over here. It's not really good for anything. Get rid of that. Alright, so let's look at productions and see what we can do here. So bakeries, cement factory, carpentry. Oh, you know what? I haven't tried. I just downloaded it the other day. The malt beverage factory. So that's just wheat, barley, water, and sugar. And I just got rid of my water tower. Oh well. It produces, what is that, pig food? Produces pig food? Interesting. Turn this into a pig farm? Wonder how much it actually produces. Guess there's no way to find out unless we actually build it. It looks like all the triggers are towards this side. Okay, let me turn snapping on. I like to get things straight. And where do I want to put this? Not up there. Where that was. I think I want to level that out first. Yeah. Let's level this area out first before we put anything down. Seems alright. Go through and soften it up a little bit. If you don't do this kind of thing, your buildings can be have like ridges around them when they're placed. It's only 42,000 too. So let's go with this. I'm going to be making some beer. Look at that. Alright. So we're going to make beer. Sounds good to me. And let's just see what we got to do to get this thing running. So you got dark malt, which is barley, water, and sugar. And then you got sparkling malt light, which is just wheat and water. And it produces pig feed. Huh. Okay, maybe we can turn this into a pig farm. Let's fix the water situation. I've got just the thing. Got another mod here that is a water distributor. Where do I want to put this? Right next to it? No. Up here. Why don't we put it behind this shed here? Like right up in this corner. Out of the way. There we go. And then what we do is we go into this production. And what it is, it's basically a windmill that charges your pump, and your pump pumps water, but we can set this to distributing and get it going. And it doesn't cost us anything to pump out the water. And what that'll do is that'll automatically pump the water to our malt beverage factory. It says 2,400 cycles a month, so we'll see something probably in the next game day in our beverage factory. Our AI workers still working on this field. Looks like they're making their last pass. Bring it back after they're done. We'll get some more stuff cleaned up. Alright, our AI worker is just about done with this field. Just last little bit. But this is what I mean, how it takes the AI workers so long to get done on the headlands. They just have to readjust themselves a couple of times to get everything they need to get. So that's why I tend to do the headlands myself, especially when it comes to harvesting. Like I said, when it comes to plowing or seeding, I don't really mind too much, just because I suck at doing it. Even with the GPS, I mess it up. So, alright. You know what, before I start plowing all this, set that down. Let's go ahead and get this wheat over to our new factory. So we can get that going. Start making a little money if we can. Now, let's get our 400 liters out of the silo here. Every little bit counts. Yeah, that was totally worth it. Get that in there. it's doing that. That's going to be irritating if that continues. We can leave our trailer here for now. And let's get some straw. Go ahead and forage this. This is just the easiest way to pick up straw. I don't like dealing with bales and stuff if I don't have to. Even though it probably be easier for transport and stuff, but okay. Make sure we're picking everything up, and we are. So go ahead and get this foraged. Go to the next step. Okay, we're almost done with our first load of straw here. Now, I just thought of something. A little bit of a dilemma. We don't have anywhere to store this. So, what I think I'm gonna do is just drive down to the animal dealer and sell it as I get a wagon load. It's gonna be a lot of traveling back and forth, but I don't know, maybe 2-3 loads. But it'll give us a couple extra $1,000 to work with. I mean, the difference between selling it off season and when it's actually worth the most isn't too much. So I think just getting rid of it now is probably our best option. Maybe later down the line I'll take a look at maybe baling and holding on to it, or maybe getting a silo that can hold it. I don't think there is a straw production mod that I can use, but I'll do some looking and see in the mod hub. We'll just take it over load by load into the animal dealer. See how much we get for a load here. That a little over about $1,600. Not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. Alright, just finished up clearing all the straw out of this field. Not quite a full second load, but we're gonna go and get this sold off. Probably get at least 1,000 out of it. Down at the animal dealer. Okay. And it looks like, yeah, just over $1,000. So again, not bad, but not great. Couple extra $1,000 in our pocket for doing straw. Forage wagon will pay for itself in about 20 harvests. So we're back on the farm from dropping off all this straw. ahead and stick the forage wagon right here. And we'll go finish our plowing. So we'll go ahead and plow these 2 fields that we've harvested. Let the AI worker do that, and then I'll come back through and combine the 3 fields. And then we'll get ready for planting, which I think we can't do until September. I'll have to check on that. Yeah. Barley is September. Wheat is September. I think I'm just going to do wheat to begin with, because the light version just needs wheat and water, but the dark version needs wheat, barley and sugar. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get the sugar outside of buying it, because I really don't want to do a sugarcane field. That's a whole other animal right there. But as you can see, we got our wheat in there, but still no water. I guess it's not producing water very quickly. Must be it just waits until the end of the month to transfer it over. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. See how she goes. And I'll bring you back after we're done plowing these 2 fields. My worker is just about ready to finish this field. And we're going to get ready to combine all 3 fields together. So let's mosey on over here. And the way I like to do this, I'll line myself up. Create fields on, drop down. Alright. Just make sure I can create a straight line just like that. Look at that. Pretty. Come over here, do the same thing. Perfect. So now I'll do the same thing to the other side. Get rid of this while I'm heading down there. Straight line. I'm OCD when it comes to fields. Like I'll literally go around the field if I create a brand new field, and I'll make sure that it's squared off. If the land is enough to where I can make it square, I'll make it square. It's just one of my things. So I'll finish up this strip, and then I'll work on the other strip, bring it back when it's done. It's like that, 3 fields becomes 1 big field. Finish up the last little bit here. Don't screw up on the last little bit. And we are done. Take a look at that. 3 fields is now one nice big field. We have 2 decent sized fields to work with. Alright, so can't plant until tomorrow, so I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup around the farm. I really don't like this shed. It's way too big for just a harvester, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And I wanted to put in location for us to buy seeds, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So that's our seed pile, and this is our fertilizer pile. Too close. So that I don't have to keep buying seeds and driving back and forth, so keep those there. As far as replacing that for somewhere for that combine to go, let's get this combine out of the way. Look to see what kind of shed we can put in here. Something that's just big enough for the combine. So let's look here. Got a bunch of these Horman sheds. I don't need anything that big. The thing I don't like about the Hormans is that this new set that came out, you can't take the solar panels off. And they all look new. I think I'm going to have a hard time finding a shed that's just big enough for this harvester. Other than what we already had. No. I wonder if I have anything in tools. Sometimes some of the sheds that you download from the mod hub will have sheds in them. No. Guess the toss up between Kwanzaa, what we already had. Well, let's do this. Let's take what we already had, because you never know, I might buy a bigger combine later on. Just move it forward a little bit. Then under tools, got this thing, which I really like. It's got your maintenance area, a power washer, and a fuel tank. So you can do all three without having to buy separate things. We can stick this right at the end of the shed. Yeah, I like that. Maybe put some gravel down this way. Yeah, that's not bad. There. Doesn't look too bad. And that way I've still got room to put something here if I want to. Still a big shed just for a combine. But, oh well. Doesn't bother me any. We'll just stick the combine back in here. Who knows? Maybe I'll think of something else to stick in there. Alright, so let's get this tractor. Now that I've got that power wash station, I can take this equipment over. Stick it up here. Go ahead and fill this diesel tank. Take my power washer and spray off my plow, since we're going to put that away here shortly. Not going to need this again until next season. There. Nice and shiny. And it needs a little bit of repairs, so go ahead and repair it. I'm not worried about the paint. It's like the biggest waste of money. And I don't know if this will fit in here. It will, but do I want to block off an entire area like that? I don't think so. So we're just going to stick it in here. Put it far enough back so that we're not blocking any doors. And then since planting is the next thing that we're going to do, go ahead and get this planter. And Grandpa still has a sack of seeds. You see, right now this planter doesn't have the fertilizer included in it. So what we're going to do is this planter will come with a fertilizer unit, but you have to buy it. Grandpa was not able to buy it when he bought the thing, so we'll go ahead into this maintenance area, fertilizer unit, and we'll add that on. See how it adds it to it. Extra $5 grand. Alright. Now we can put solid fertilizer in there. so I can take it over to our newly purchased fertilizer filler. Get that filled up with fertilizer. Top off the seeds. There we go. And we are ready for planting. Okay, so the only thing else I wanted to do today was to clean up all the rest of this equipment just hanging around. So I'm not going to need this forage wagon. So let's put this forage wagon. Let's see if we can stuff it into the barn here. I think it should fit. Oh yeah. Look at that. Like a glove. It's almost too perfect. Then what do we got? Fertilizer, spreader. Can go ahead and fill that up while we're here. Get that all full of fertilizer. There we go. It's kind of slow. I guess it is a lot of fertilizer. Alright, so now that's ready to go when we need it. That'll be the month after we do our seeding. So we can just set that there for right now. Already put away our loader, so I can close that. Our trailer we're not going to need for a little. Oop, there is a fuel tank there. Well, I wonder if there's fuel in it. Nope. Alright. Back off of that. Go into construction. And let's get rid of the fuel tank. Let's, we're not going to need this wagon trailer for anything anytime soon, so go ahead and put this away. I'll stick it right in here on the other side of our loader. These little wagons are harder to back up than the big wagons. Doesn't really take much steering to manipulate them. If you go slow and just take your time, get it in there just right. Okay. So I can close this up, close that up. Don't think I'm going to be putting anything through there. And don't think I need to put anything there. Alright, so yard is cleaned up. All of our equipment is away, with the exception of what we still need to use. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a month, and we'll get to seeding. This is the end of the video. If you like what I'm doing, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I do come out with some new content. Also, drop me a comment. Let me know if you want to see me working on another map or using different equipment or different productions. You know, I like to show this stuff off to some people that may not be familiar with Farming Simulator or want to learn more about Farming Simulator. This is a really enjoyable game for me. I hope it brings a lot of enjoyment to you. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.